So 3 times Omkaram.
Om. Om.
Om Tat Sat.
Om Tat Sat.
Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha.
Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha.
So today we are going to worship, we are going to see how the Dhyanam, how should we do it, that Kundalini Shakti inside our heart. God is there inside our heart. He is saying that I am Sarvasya Cha Hrudi Sannivishta. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hrudyase Tishtati Arjuna. He is clearly saying that. So once he is there in our heart, and then how to reach the God, how to recognize the God. People say self-realization chahiye, God realization chahiye. They say that, no. How to get that God realization, how to do the self-realization. So that aspect we are going to see today, sir. It is there in chapter 6, from 10 to 15 actually, sir. So followed by 24 to 28 also. No, I'll read at once all these slokas and then we'll get into the English version. Translation. Yogi injita satatam atmanam rahasi stitaha ekaki yatachitatma nirashi aparigraha. These are the 6 qualities he mentioned it. Yogi injita satatam atmanam. We should be always immersed in a chamber of heart, not with our friends and our family and friends, relatives, colleagues. Not with that. Satatam Atmanam. We should be thinking of our inner chamber. That is the reality we are telling. Actual practice. Rahasistita. Rahasistita means he is secretly placed. He is not available to all. But Satsangam is also Rahasistita. Like now here in the out there about 2,000, 3,000 people are living here. Only 2 of us are discussing Bhagavad Gita. Sitting under a pious place under a peepal tree. We are also secretly placed, sitting here. So like this, Rahasistitaha. Ekaki, alone. Alone, one is alone, and also one is the Satsangam is also is considered as alone because they are thinking only about the God. So Ekaki, Yatachitatma, the controlled self. Nirasi, no much desires, Aparigraha. Right, sir? Aparigraha, no, not accepting anything. Then Sujo Deshe Pratistapya, like Sujo Deshe is the Pavitramana Desha, Sucha in a Desha. Peepal tree is the most pious place. Sucho Deshe Pratistapya Stiram Asanam Atmanaha. So we should sit on some kind of a Padmasanam or a Sukhasanam, that kind of asanam. Stiram Asanam Atmanaha. Na Ati Uchritam, Na Ati Nisham. Chailajana Pushottaram, little above, little something we have to place in between on that. Tatra ekagram manak krutva yata chittendriya kriyaha upavisya asne injat yogam atma vishuddhe. On that place, on that seat, we have to sit, and after concentrating our mind, we should not dwell on any other things, other topics, other matters. We should, for the time being, we have to leave everything there. And ekagram manakrutva yata chittendriya kriyaha, again and again he says self-controlled organ, body and mind. Upavisya asana, sitting, we have to sit there actually. Yanjat yogam atma vishuddha. We should sit there and then for what? Atma vishuddhaye, our own the purification of our body, senses, mind and intellect. What the purification of these? This is what it is. Otherwise, these are not purified to us. We have to, for this purification, we have to sit there. Then with that treatment, it will get purified. There is no other way. For anybody is to get his mind, senses gets purified, body purified. There is no other way. This is the only way. So Atma Vishuddhaye, we should sit there. And then Samam Kayam Shiro Grivam Daryan Achalam Siraha. There is no other way in meditation, while doing meditation. This is the only way. Then how do we sit? That also Lord Krishna is so kind and mercifully mentioned it. Samam Kayam Shiro Grivam Daryan Achalam Siraha Samprekshan Asikagram Vishishya Anavalokan Prashantatma Vigadhabi Brahmachari Vritesiraha Manasayama Machita Yukta Asita Mattaraha युंजन एवं सदा आत्मानम, सदा आत्मा, हमेशा, always आत्मानम. Yogi is calling everybody yogi. You are yogi, I am yogi. Whether you don't believe or I don't believe, I am a yogi. If people call me yogi, I may laugh it off. But I am a yogi. But God is telling you are a yogi. Yogi, niyata manasa, with controlled mind. Shantim nirmana paramam. That fellow person gets shanti nirvana paramam. Paramam shanti nirvanam. Mat sanstha madhigachati. Mat sanstha, which is there in my control, mat sanstha, my being, my property, my blessings. That is, we will get it. He's so giving. God is giving. That is why we all pray to God. So this is what in English. And further also he says in Sloka 24 to 28, Sankalpa Prabhavan Kaman Tyakta Sarvan Asheshataha Manasai Vendre Gramu Viniyam Samantataha Shane Shane Upramet Pujya Dhruti Gruvitiya Atma Sanstham Manak Krutvana Kinchadam. We have to surrender our mind to this soul. This is what it is. It is all in everybody's possibility, sir. If we want to do, where there is a will, there is a way. If I wanted to surrender my mind to my soul, it is possible. If you want to surrender your mind to your soul, it is possible. It is, but people are not doing. Everybody wants to surrender his mind to the soul. It is possible, but people are not doing that. People are dwelling in the mind only. So they are not going up to the soul. So Atma Samstha Manakrutva na kinchit api chintaye. Yata yata nichirati manachanchalam astiram. Tata tata niyame etat atmane eva vasham naye. Prashanta manasam hi enam yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti shanta rajasam brahmabhutam kalpasham. He says shanta rajasam. Rajogunam never is shantam. They put chandadu. Shantam chandadu. Rajogunam is full of desire. This, I want this, I want more, I want more. Dil mange more. I want this. Rajasam, Rajogunam. Sattva, Raja, Tama gunas, no? Three gunas. So Rajogunam is always demanding, wanting, pleasure. So Shanta Rajasam, that such a Rajogunam also gets Shantam. It also calms down, mellows down, cools down. That means what? That means the individual, if my Rajogunam is Shantam, then I will not jump here and there too much. I will be calm, cool, sit at one place, relax. Shanta Rajasam, that will happen here. Shanta Rajasam, Brahmabhutam Akalmasham. Then it will become Brahmabhutam. By becoming Akalmasham, our sins will go away, sir. There is no other way in the world that किसी को बोल दे भाई मेरे पाप. I don't want to take other religions' names, but people go and say, God, please remove me or remove all my sins. Oh God. So they say, and they pray to Namaste and all this, come back, thinking that they pray to God and all sins are gone. Not that. There is no other way the sins will be washed out. This way sins will be washed out. My sins and your sins will be washed out. Brahma Bhutam Akalmasham. We become Akalmasham. Kalmasham, full of sins, Akalmasham. So our sins will be washed out by doing this. Yunjan evam sada atmanam. Yogi netama, yogi vigata kalmashaha. Sukhena brahma sansparsham. Atyanta sukha. Once our sins are washed out, removed from our body and mind and spirit. Then what happens? Then only we get sukhena brahma sansparsham. Then we will touch the God. Atyantam sukham. After touching the God, then we feel so much of sukham, so much of pleasantness in our self. So this is the thing. We'll see in English. And this says here, to reach this state, there is a meditation process also, sir. So we'll get into that straight away. Regarding that, Sucho Deshe Pratistapya Stiram Asana Atmanaha Nati Uchritam Nati Nicham Chairajana Kushottaram, establishing a firm seat for himself. For whom? For himself. For you. Yourself, you have to establish a seat for yourself. For me, I have to establish a seat for myself. Similarly, likewise others. Whoever want to meditate, establishing a firm seat for himself in a clean place like this. Not too high, not too low, covered with a cloth and antelope skin and pushak grass. Right, sir? So, this kind of a thing. this such a place, this place should be such a place itself will give us blessing. He says, give even when a sensual person, we are sensual persons only. Even when a sensual person beheld it in such a place, we see after seeing this, he would experience such a delight that he would even be willing to sacrifice a kingdom for the sake of resting here. So that is, so I want to stay here for half an hour, 1 hour. This 1 hour, even if I am to get 1 lakh rupees also, I don't bother. Getting a kingdom also, I don't bother. I will stay here for an hour. That kind of a place should be place. It must be as clean as beautiful, place where the highest bliss is revealed. A place where the highest bliss is revealed. Here itself the place. Right, sir? So, there is one more condition. It should not be, it should be frequented by the seekers of yoga and not disturbed by the footsteps of asana. Footsteps are there. By whom? By the seekers of yoga. They can come here, but not by the footsteps of passerby. So that passerby, onlookers, passerby. Right, sir? So that is the thing. And now, sir, Tatra ekagram manat bhutva yata chittedri griha upavisya asana yunjat yogam atma vishuddhaye. Then there, having directed his mind to a single object, we have to sit here. We'll practice all this. We have to sit here on this seat. Then we have to direct our mind to a single object. Who has to direct? I have to direct my mind to a single object. Then here, with no concern with anyone, with any neighbors and all that, you have to sit here and direct your mind to the single object. With his thoughts and the activity of the senses controlled, seating himself on the seat, he should practice yoga for the purpose of self-purification. Right, sir? Then the body will maintain its balance, the breathing will keep its own rhythm, and the perception will be highlighted. Right, sir? So, that is what it is. Then all objects are forgotten, the restlessness of the senses is stopped, and the mind becomes quiet within the heart. Once we forget all objects, wife, children, friends and all that, then the restlessness of the senses is stopped. As we keep thinking about them, the mind will be worried about them. The restlessness is stopped, and the mind becomes quiet within the heart. Right? The outgoing tendencies of the mind are withdrawn, and the sense of repose is held within. The exercise begins the moment this posture is adopted. The greatness lies in the posture. Once we sit here, then the exercise begins the moment this posture is adopted. Without that posture, doing anyway like we are sitting here and we do, it will not work out. That is what. It should be clear to us. So that should be the way, sir, when we do it. Right now we are studying it. We are not doing meditation. So once we do meditation, we have to do it. Then, sir, samam, in that, after sitting that, then how our posture should be there? Body posture. Samam kaya, shirogrivam, body, mind and head. Samam kaya, body, neck and head. Samam kaya, shirogrivam. Dharyan achalam stiraha, sampreksha rasikagram swam. This is Shanvalokya, like this, Lord Shiva posture. Holding the body, head and neck erect, motionless and steady, gazing at the tip of his own nose and not looking in any direction. Right, sir? So this is what it is. And thereafter, Prashant Atma Vigatabi Brahmachari Vratestitaha Manasayamaya Machitta Yukta Asita Matparaha. With the quieted mind, banishing fear, established in the Brahmacharin vow of celibacy, controlling the mind, with thoughts fixed on me, he should sit concentrated, devoted to me. When we are doing this meditation, we should have definitely we are following the brahmacharya principle. We are not talking to respective wives and children. So brahmacharya posture. So at the time we are focusing our mind, and thereafter, sir, he mentions about the Jagat Janani we are talking about. So we should sit and then look at our tip of the nose, then so that our mind turns inwards and we are not looking at anyone else. Neck is also straight, not moving at all. That way we have to practice. That is the posture. It will come with everything. We have to practice everything, we will be able to do it. Then it releases the ocean of the bodily fluid, reduces fat, and even draws the marrow of the bone. So this posture is good for health also, internal health also. It clears out the arteries, loosens the limbs. The seeker should not allow himself to be frightened by these things. It clears out the arteries also. Our heart problems, they all will be removed. Heart problems and these blockages all will be removed. It happens, clears it. So we will do it. Arjuna, the heat produced by this practice of this posture awakens the force called Kundalini Shakti, just as the brood of a female serpent bathed in turmeric lies curled up in sleep. So lies the Kundalini, a very small and coiled 3.5 times like a female serpent with her head turned downwards, like a ring of lightning bolts of flaming fire, or a bar of pure gold, bound fast by the threads. It is confined between two folds, but when it is compressed by the Vajra posture, it is awakened. When the Vajrasana or Padmasana posture, Siddhasana they call it, so it is awakened. That Kundalini Shakti is there. Otherwise it is sleeping. What is our Shakti inside, our actual Shakti is sleeping right now. We have to awaken it in this posture. We practice all this. So then, like a star shooting through the space, like the sun falling from its place in the sky, or like a point of light bursting forth like a sprouting seed, it breaks its bonds, grips the body, and appears in the region of the navel. Then you must have seen stars shooting stars from the sky sometimes, you know? Meteorites falling down from the sky. Same way with a great speed it goes, you know, like light. Same way this Kundalini Shakti is awakened. And then it rises from our Mooladhara Chakra and through that Swadhisthana Chakra, and then it reaches the navel Chakra, Manipura Chakra. It reaches. When we do this posture and all. When we don't do, it will not. It will keep sleeping. Right, sir? And for long years, it has hungered for this awakening.
You are waiting.
Waiting.
You are very hungry.
Waiting. There are crores of people who don't do this. In everybody there is a Kundalini Shakti is there. But people are not awakening this.
7.5 crores
So,
population. Only a few hundreds also our yogis.
Sir, for long years it has hungered for this awakening, and once this occurs, it extends its mouth upwards with great eagerness. Then, O Arjuna, it holds firmly in its grasp the air which fills the cavity below the heart. The fire arising from it spreads upward and downwards and begins to consume the flesh. Not only does it do this, but also consumes the fleshy tissue of the heart. It attacks the palms of the hands and soles of the feet, penetrates the upper parts of the body, and passing through them, it searches out the joints of the limbs, while not leaving its place in the lower body. It draws the vitality from the nails and cleansing the skin and causes it to leave the bones. It cleanses the hollow of the bone, scours the inner recesses of the heart, and withers the hair of the body. It cleanses the hollow of the bones. It drains the ocean of the 7 bodily fluids, parches the whole body, and produces a state of intense heat. Heat is generated. Agni, Jyoti, Aha, Shukla, Shanmasha, Uttaranam, that state. The Agni, body temperature, the Jyoti, the light. This is the one which creates. We have to generate for ourselves. Then only we will reach the Parabrahma. Otherwise, people are going to Chandramasam and never Chandramasam, moon, and come back. It drains the ocean of the 7 bodily fluids and parches the whole body and produces a state of intense heat. The air which passes 12 inches out of the 2 nostrils is inhaled once again. Read this. The air which passes 12 inches out of the 2 nostrils is inhaled once again. He is talking about now the pranayama. Then the exhaled breath is drawn upward and the inhaled breath downward. They are prevented from meeting by the petals of the chakras. When we do this, like the upward movement and then downward movement are different, and then again from this upward and downward. Firstly upward and downward, and upward and downward. So this is the practice of the breathing to awaken the Kundalini Shakti in us. They are prevented from meeting by the petals of the chakras. The Agnya Chakra is awakened, and then Agnya Chakra starts functioning. Otherwise Agnya Chakra doesn't function to any way. It is our responsibility to make our Agnya Chakra function. My responsibility to make my Agnya Chakra function. And nobody else, my wife cannot make my Agnya Chakra function. My son cannot make my Agnya Chakra function. It is I who has to make my Agnya Chakra function. Otherwise, that two would intermingle. This would displease the Kundalini, who would say, "Go back. What are you doing?" So normal breathing, Kundalini is disturbed, and he says, "Go back. What are you doing?" Now, what normal breathing we are doing, other than this pranayama, along pranayama. Then what happens in this Kundalini Shakti is not opened, not awakened. What are you doing? Because people are living like this. सुबह से शाम तक रात तक भी सांस लेते रहते हैं हम लोग, मरने तक करते रहते हैं. But Kundalini is not awakened. So this is a secret we are learning here. This will give us shanti also, peace of mind. हमें कहीं बाजार में नहीं मिलता. कहीं पे आपको कहीं पे भी जाकर करोड़ रुपए दूंगा, peace of mind चाहिए. Nobody can give you that. This is how you will get it. So listen, O Arjuna, what Krishna is telling. The element of earth is entirely consumed and the element of water is dried up. Kundalini Shakti Pancha Mahabhutas ka adhipati hai. The example he is giving, that it is actually, it consumes the whole earth part in our body, and the element of water is dried up. It dries up the water, sucks the water. Finish. Shakti, and nobody else can. Now we are seeing bloating, eating, bloating, becoming fat. That is totally opposite of that. They say, I am not able to reduce my fat. Go to doctor and pays a lot of money. There are so many surgeries also nowadays to reduce excess fat. And because they are not able to reduce their own earthly element. Fat is because they are putting. But with this practice, that fat can be reduced. The fat can be reduced, but it can be burnt up inside. When these two elements have been consumed, Kundalini is fully satisfied and pacified, remains close to the Sushumna. Once this practice we keep on doing it, then it comes close to the Sushumna Nadi. there are Ida Nadi, Pingala Nadi is there. And Sushumna Nadi is in between Nadi, and that is the Brahma Nadi or something. And that is very difficult to enter actually. Nothing will enter. But Kundalini Shakti can only enter into that. But Kundalini Shakti, to enter it is all blocked. So to clear the way to enter the Kundalini Shakti into that, this is the practice is required. Once Kundalini Shakti will enter into that Sushumna Nadi, it is like entering the Garbhalayam in temple. The venom which in its satisfaction it sends forth from its mouth is the nectar which sustains vitality. The venom, the poison the Kundalini Shakti sends it out, that becomes nectar, Amritam, life-saving force. See, automatically change. सब नेक्टर बन जाता है ऊपर वाले के दया से. That is called the body or resistance power and all what we call it. Those things. Immunity power. It becomes immunity power. It's the nectar which sustains the vitality. This fire arises from within. और कहीं से नहीं बनता है, within, अंदर से ही बनता है. But when it begins to cool down, both internally and externally, the limbs regain the strength which they had lost. So, when it begins to cool down after the practice is over, we have to cool it down also. In yoga, awakening is there, and then cooling down is also there. That also we have to do it. There are procedures like Shavasana and all that. Shavasana and lie down and all that, and cool it down. So, then the nadis are closed off, the 9 types of prana disappear, and the bodily functions cease. The Ida and Pingala nadis merge into the Sushumna nadi. The 3 knots are loosened, and the 6 petals of the Swadhisthana chakra opens out. This all is happening in the Muladhara chakra. Now, Swadhisthana chakra, then it enters the Swadhisthana. There are 7 chakras in the body. So far what we discussed is happening in the Muladhara chakra only. Now it is entering the Swadhisthana chakra after this effort. Then the 2 pranas within the sun and Pingala nadi and the moon of the Ida nadi cannot even cause the flame of a lamp to flicker. Right, sir? So Ida and Pingala nadi will not, sun and moon, their powers will not make this lamp to a flicker. It doesn't flicker, it goes straight, steady. The energy of mental activity subsides, and the sense of the smell associated with the nose enters the Sushumna and joins Kundalini. So our Indriyas are very powerful, sir. Actually, what is powerful is that man is not powerful, but Indriyas are so powerful, they control us actually. If we have a good fragrance from this side, somebody is going with a scent and all that, we'll just turn it immediately. Sense the nose. Sense organs and the nose, the fragrance. That fragrance, the nose capability will disappear, and that nose capability will enter into the Sushumna nadi. That means the senses no more will distract. Otherwise senses will distract us. That should be the practice. That much practice we have to make it serious practice. Then only it is possible. Otherwise, people doing normal practice, they are distracted easily by the smell. Right, sir? The sense of smell associated with the nose enters the Sushumna nadi and joins Kundalini. Slowly from above, the lake of the moon and nectar turns downward on one side and pours into the mouth of Kundalini. Once the sense of smell enters Kundalini, then what happens? It pours into the mouth of Kundalini. Then it goes into the mouth of Kundalini. This nectar fills the nadis, circulates throughout the body. It is absorbed into it along with prana vayu. It's all scientific science. That's what the gods are doing, operations, these and all this, so much of scientific, based on these things only. How the body stimulates and functions, how the cells, molecules and atoms of our body. That's what it is. The science, medical science is all about. Otherwise they can't save a man. Somebody gets a heart attack and heart problem, how the help the person is through this kind of knowledge only. But what we are doing is spiritual knowledge. Just as when a molten metal is poured into a heated mold, a melted wax pours out and only the metal remains, taking the form of the mold. So once you put a mold of say iron or something, or sugar cane, sometimes we put it in the sugar cane, malted one, and put it into a mold. This thing takes the form of the sugar cane mold, this kind. Bellam debbalu antaru kada. Atla tayarayutundi. Atlaga tayarautundi manaki body lo kuda. Similarly, beauty incarnates in the form of the body covered by the wheel of skin. Beauty incarnates in the body. Person becomes beautiful, handsome, beautiful. Body skin becomes shining and charming and healthy. Because of the skin is healthy and charming and this thing shining, and he or she looks beautiful. Anybody looks handsome. So the sun remains concealed under a wheel of clouds. The sun now, clouds are there, sun is concealed under the wheel of clouds. But when they pass, its light is boundless. But when the clouds pass, the sunlight is boundless again. Otherwise, as long as the clouds are there, the sun is not visible. But once the clouds pass, after some time the clouds will pass, they will not always be there. Then the sunlight is boundless, endless, boundless sunlight will come. So, similarly, the dried surface of the skin flakes off just as husks are shed from the grain. That dried skin, our dry skin falls off when we bathe and all, it comes out, and the new skin is formed. That much of benefit is there of this yoga. The beauty of the limbs looks like a natural marble or the sprouting seed jewels. As if the lovely hues of evening sky were transferred to the body, or as if an image were fashioned from inner radiance of the spirit, which when it is seen is like the richness of the turmeric molded from the essence of the nectar. It seems to be the very incarnation of peace. That's how the peace also comes. As if it were made of the colors and picture of joy, or the very form of the heavenly bliss, or growing saplings of the wish-fulfilling tree. It is like the bud of the golden champaka tree, an image of nectar, or a ripe harvest of tenderness. The spear of the moon is saturated with the moisture of the Sharda season. Our splendor itself incarnate, seated in a yogic posture. This is how the yogi's body appears when Kundalini has drunk of the nectar. Even the god of death is afraid to look at it. Old age vanishes. The knot of youth is loosened, and the lost blossom of childhood reappears. With this practice, whatever is his age, the term youth should be interpreted as strength, to become strong, strengthy body. Such is his incomparable fortitude. He will be strong in fortitude, valor, sahasam, utsaham, and shining, charming skin radiance, magnetic personality. Just as new jewel buds open on the boughs of the tree of gold, fine new fingernails grow, new fingernails will come. New teeth appear, very small, that like it becomes a different personality, regenerated. Over the whole body, tiny new hairs spring forth like small splinters of rubies. The palm of his hands and the soles of the feet are like red lotus flowers, and in the eyes there shines an indescribable lustre. luster. Just as the shell of an oyster no longer holds the pearl when it is fully developed, it bursts open at the joint with the force of its growth. Similarly, the vision which strives to pass outwards when it cannot be held within the eyelids embraces the heavens even with the half-eyed ones. It looks so beautiful, it looks so charming. The film actor, hero, heroine, the looks are so charming. People keep seeing the movies, watching movies, that because they have that kind of a luster in their eyes. So that kind of a thing. The yogi gets that kind of a thing, charm. The yogi can then see beyond all oceans. वो third eye open हो जाएगा उसका. He will be able to see beyond all oceans, hear the thoughts of heavens, and read the minds of the hand. You can see, provided we do all this practice sincerely. He rides the horses of the winds and walks on the surface of water, and though his feet do not touch in it, in such a way he acquires many superhuman powers. People will get it. Provided when we do this practice, we have to just do this practice sincerely, regularly. Listen to this. Grasping the prana by the hand, ascending the stairway of the ether, the Kundalini enters the heart by the steps of Sushumna Nadi. Now from this Manipura Chakra, Kundalini is entering the heart by the steps of Sushumna Nadi. Through Sushumna Nadi it is entering the heart. From the navel region to the heart region, it is entering. She is the mother of the worlds, Jagat Janani. The glory of the empire of the soul, who gives shelter to the tender sprouts of the seed of the universe. Jagat Janani yahi pe Hriday Chakra mein. When through Kundalini, when the Kundalini enters through Sushumna Nadi into our heart, that's the secret. The secret we have to practice it. Makena's gold, you know, the movie is there. Just like that, we have to find out the Makena's gold in our heart, chakra of our heart. The lingam of the formless, absolute, the vessel of Shiva, the Supreme Self, and the true source of prana. Shiva Lingam, you know, the lingam of the formless absolute is the lingam of the formless absolute, the vessel of Shiva. Shiva, the Shiva Lingam, there is a base, you know, the vessel. She is the one, the base of the Shiva. Shiva dwells in her, the Supreme Self, the vessel of the Shiva. Jagat Janani, Durga ko yahan po jaya, amrit karna karna. The true source of the prana. Prana vayu ikkade undi. So, if we want our well-being, if I want to be healthy, if I want to be lively, prana vayu, prana pakodu, andai body undali ante, this is what we have to do. Yes. Otherwise, wasting money and time and energy running around, not doing this, doing all other things, eating and sleeping and then going to doctors. There is no point. Here it is there, sir. When the young Kundalini enters the heart, the chakra there is awakened and sounds are heard. When we do Omkaram practice also, the sounds are heard. They are faintly heard by the consciousness of a pure reason which is connected with the power of the Kundalini. We are all consciousness, basically. We are all Shiva. Then we hear, the Shiva hears the sound. The soul hears, the consciousness hears the sound of the Kundalini. But for this, a lot of concentration is required.
Yes.
Not that कि चलते फिरता कोई भी आएगा जाएगा, हमको God relation करा दो, हमको self relation करा दो. Make me self God relation. When we get self realization, where is God? God को दिखा दो. And चलते फिरते, and they don't even come for next 10 days also. One day they will come in between, and they sit here. There are people who sat and asked. There are some people. हमको self realization करा दो. He came for one day, and next day he came, and thereafter he didn't come. हमारे पास time नहीं है. I have got other works to do. But self realization करा दो. How the self realization Shit. Rado, too much. Sir. They are faintly heard by the consciousness, heart chakra, sir. In the volume of the sound, 4 levels of speech lie pictured in the form of the sacred syllable Om. Omkaram. In the heart chakra, the moment that Kundalini enters, it's all secret signs. When it enters the Omkaram, Omkaram is heard. Or when we do Omkaram, that Omkaram we should do it. Omkaram, 4th syllable, sacred syllable. A person must experience this to understand it. How can he imagine it? We cannot know what source of the sound is. We have to experience to ourselves. One is to experience for oneself only. No, he cannot tell anybody. People have did worship, did tapasya, but Vasishtha, Guru Vasishtha had done it, but he experienced it himself. Guru Vishwamitra had done tapas, but he experienced for himself. Neither his wife nor his children have experienced it.
Sir.
So that is what it is. We have to experience it ourselves. Oh Arjuna, I have forgotten to tell you one thing. As long as air exists, the sound arises in the etheric space and vibrates there. As long as air exists, take the sound, the sound arises. This Akasanlo Gal Tirutantarku Shabda Vastunta sound. I am talking, that sound is able to through the air. So as long as air is there in the space, that sound comes.
This is science.
This is science. Bhagavad Gita.
And it is pure science.
Yes,
Without
sir.
Vacuum, the sound will not move.
Absolutely, sir. So, and it vibrates there. Sound vibrates there. Some people know Sangeetam, Karnataka Sangeetam, no? They say there many ragas are there, no? Sarigama Padanisa. And some people devotedly pray God, Oh Krishna, Hey Rama, Hey Krishna, Hey Rama. Different vibrations come up there. So one is with love and devotion, other one is with anger and all this. So the vibrations, sound vibration travels vacuum. Okay, sir. And oh Arjuna, I am reading it once again. I have forgotten to tell you one thing. As long as air exists, the sound arises in the etheric space and vibrates there. As the etheric space reverberates, as the etheric space reverberates with the thunder of the sound, the windows of the Sahasrara Chakra, the crown center, suddenly burst open. As this space is reverberating with the sound, Omkaram sound, then the Sahasrara Chakra, here the heart chakra, Omkaram is happening. Then the Sahasrara reverberates, and then Sahasrara Chakra gets opened up. Suddenly burst open, not normal open. Tuck. Not normal open. Tuck. Burst open. Sahasrara Chakra. That's the secret to open the Sahasrara Chakra. Nobody is able to open the Sahasrara Chakra. Sir, listen. There exists here another great space in the form of the lotus where consciousness appears. In the innermost cavity of the heart, the divine Kundalini lays out before consciousness the feast of her own luster. She offers morsel of food dressed with the vegetable of a reason in which no trace of duality is visible. Her brilliance then vanishes and is transformed into prana. Then how can I describe its appearance? It is like an image formed of air, the golden cloth in which it is wrapped has been removed. It is like a flame which comes in contact with a gust of wind and flickers out like a streak of lightning which flashes across the sky and instantly disappears like this. Like a lightning, appears and disappears. Like this Kundalini Shakti vanishes into prana. It trembles a necklace of gold or fountain of brilliant light as far as the lotus-like heart chakra. Upon the entering the cave of the heart, it loses its separateness and merges into the power of the dwelling within it. Then, although it is called power, it should be known as prana, nada, bindu, kala, jyoti becomes imperceptible. Control of the mind, restraint of the breath, and inclination towards the meditation are now of little importance. The idea of accepting or rejecting a particular thought or is now irrelevant. The subtle elements are clearly destroyed. One body devours another. This is the secret teaching of the Nada sect. But now Lord Vishnu has revealed it. Imagining my listeners to be customers, I have untied the bundle of that secret and opened out before them as folded sheet of the inner meaning of the Vedas. So, thus continuously disciplining himself, the yogini whose mind is subdued goes to nirvana, the supreme peace, to unite with me. So that's how the yogi goes to nirvana. So as it's about to rain, now we'll stop it at this. So we have understood thoroughly so far. Then once again, so we 3 times we do Omkaram chanting. We have to do pranayama, thoroughly practice meditation, sir. And 3 times Omkaram. Om, 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 Om Tat Sat, Om Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanastu, Om Loka Samasta Sukhna Bhavantu, Sarve Jana Sukhna Bhavantu, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.